Guys, welcome to another episode of the Exquisite Things podcast. Um, we're at episode 11, and what you did want done the episodes at 10, but we're still here, still hanging around, having a good time. But this episode is going to be very special because when I started this podcast, it was to give teachable content, in a my local way, kind of like a big sister, and to really, lick some sense in a people head. Because even though, I'm not the authority on, moral codes and morality and, how people should act, I still think I have a good grasp on reality. And people would do well to listen to what I have to say. So, I say this because I have led a very stress-free life, and it isn't because I have more money than anybody else, but it is because I have lived by, certain things that I dare not default from. So, it's episode 11. Let's go. So, guys, we're dealing with a crisis. Yes, we're dealing with a crisis. And this episode will deal with, the recent narratives that some women have, some Jamaican women have, and that is the crisis of not knowing their worth. Yes. Now, my thoughts today, these thoughts were initiated by, the recent clash with Stefflon and Jada Kingdom, but I am moving away from the lyrical part of it, and I am going to dive into some of the utterances from the artist as well as the fans. However, at the end of this, I will tell you who I thought won the clash. Anyways, the first thing I'm going to speak on is the notion that selling crotch is a good thing. So, I'm going to give you guys a disclaimer before I go any further. Now, I'm going to say, me not tell nobody if they with no man when I give them nothing. Because me not there with no man when I give me nothing. Understand? Me not there with no man we can't, play his role in the relationship, and a man that cannot provide. None of we don't want a man to stay so. But yeah, so none of we don't want a man we can play his part in our life. And if I should fall in a relationship with a man who cannot provide for me, he is going to be very uncomfortable. Let me tell you. However, me nah sell pussy. I'm not a prostitute. And some of you will argue that it is the same thing. No, it is not. Being in a relationship with a man who plays his role financially is very different from deliberately fucking men after men for financial gain. If I'm with a man, one man who plays his role and knows his responsibilities, as well as me knowing my responsibilities, that is called a relationship. It's a partnership that we're in. We are now a team. But somehow, does I jump from top man to top man and I shell out in the crutches for a 50 pack and a free ride home in our Benz. Never to see that man again or even to have a meaningful conversation with him. But at what cost? Like, at what cost? Because me I tell you, say you're not happy. Me not ask me, no, you're not happy. Overall, in the broad spectrum of things, you guys are not happy. Now, some of you may be at a point in life where you're on your city girl shit, right? And you don't wish to be in a relationship and you choose to live, that way. I'm not look down upon you, I'm not judge but I'm also going to tell you that it is nothing to brag and boast about. Nor is it good to impart that knowledge to impressionable minds. Everybody can sell pussy. We have to have some doctor, some teacher, some lawyer, etc. in a society too. So please, me I beg you, don't impart that on impressionable minds. You do not talk big and bold, yeah. I sell pussy, so what? Keep that to yourself. Hey, back in the days, we used to have what you call girls. And, some people call them escorts, or, the term we use, prostitute. But we did not know who they were. It was a secret. We did not know who they were, because even though what they're doing is not necessarily right, they also had class. And they knew it wasn't something to a kiki about. It wasn't a laughing matter. It wasn't nothing where you have to brawling with. Yes, they were in survival mode, just like some of you. But the problem is right now, no shame. Let us normalize having little shame. Please, make us bring back shame. Now, Jada Kingdom fuck Burna Boy and get a Birkin bag, a private flight to Paris, and a couple of $1,000, and you guys think she have won in life. Forget about winning the clash. Una think she win in her life because she get that from a man where I probably chump change that to him. But me can tell you, it did nothing for her mentally. It did nothing for her emotionally. And it never did nothing for her career. Her career was at the same place. She was at the same level. And on top of that, the man never want a relationship with her. Arguably, him probably do that for make Stefflon jealous. Him use her essentially. You know what I want to do? You know how we want all of you will live so do? Please talk about the downsides of living like this. You know, please make the people them know say all that glitters is not gold. Make the people them know say una dead inside. Tell the people them say una happiness is only temporary. Tell the people them say more time una long for little love or for cuddle in our bed with somebody. Cause when you're there with the man for him things, you have to put up with all type of things you never sign up for. Tell the people them that too. Tell the public how sick you feel after the man stuff him dirty cocky down your throat. And all when you can't breathe, him not let up because he not have no feelings for you. Him not care about you. Him not love you. Tell the people them how him push him penis in every hole that you have without your consent. And you can't say nothing because you just get 100 grand. We do not sell pussy. Tell the people them the downsides of it. Most of them will live like that very unhappy. I'm not ask. What I'm saying is, if you're going to sell pum pum, be a little bit more discreet about it. Everybody not to know that nobody cares. Now, this next thing I'm going to address, and Lord, I'm not going to say I'm played out with this. I'm always a talk about it, but it came out of the clash as well. And it's the take a girl man culture. I have to talk about it. So in my commentary about the clash and how it started, I said Jada rub shoulder and talk up to Stefflon. So it's weird how, you know, she would have just take Burna Boy. And I also went on to say it is probably one of the reasons why she never owned him. You know, everybody I say when she had an argument with a man we should not own and very. That is probably one of the reasons why Jada never owned Burna Boy, because let us be fucking for real. Jada Kingdom don't hide no man when she did with. She said it in her live the other day, so she don't know how to hide a relationship. She said she don't know if you watch her live. She said she don't know how to hide a man when she did with. But she never owned Burna Boy for some reason. Because she knew it was sleazy. It was a sleazy thing to do. And someone said she broke the girl code. She really did. Because there are screenshots of her in Stefflon's inbox, DMing her. And them talk to them one another. It was a sleazy thing to do. You know? But to a lot of my surprise, a lot of people came to Jada's defense when I said, you know, me not believe she would have taken Burna Boy because, you know, them talk to them one another. She and Stefflon talk and whatever. This is before I saw the screenshots. And if you look in the screenshots, it was basically them going back and forth and talking. And then I saw where Jada said, like Jada would have said, like she tell Steph say she just go do that hairstyle there and she like that hairstyle upon her, and then she say we should do a shoot together because we're twinning, something to that effect, she said to Steph. And then Steph went on to say, you know, I have a shoot on the 10th of January or whatever, and you should come, whatever. So right there and then, you know, them have a rapport. So me don't think she would have taken her. I don't think she should have taken her man based on that. But to my surprise, like nobody cared about that. Nobody cared about that. You know, some were saying that Jada not owe Steph nothing because Jada and her sister or them and a friend in that sense of the word. Some were saying Jada never hold on Burna and take him look her. But pause. When have we ever not known say man a dog and them will freak anything walking? When have we never known that? Anyways, some even said him was her ex and them never there at the time. Okay, let's talk about it. So, a lot of people, and let me just say, I have nothing against Jada Kingdom. I am a big fan of hers. I actually love her. I love her music. I love her sound, all of that. So, this is not an attack on Jada Kingdom. I'm just saying the culture, the tech man culture. Like, me I go try if you show no, how for put enough foot in somebody else's shoes, because me just not understand why so much people are back that. Anyways, even if they were not friends, they were back and forth in each other's DM. Them a heart eyes each other picture. Them a send tongue to one another. All of them something there. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Where do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line? Because if conversing like that with a girl make her man off limits, then I don't know what to say. Bruh, I'm afraid I don't know. Because we don't have no loyalty. Y'all don't give a shit. Somebody said my diva would have date my neighbor. My neighbor man. Much less a girl in my DM. And rightfully so. Like, we don't have no moral code. There's no girl code. Girl code just gone out the door. No ethics. No respect. And no value for yourself. Like, I don't know. Self-respect is at an all-time low. So you tell me say, you chat up to a girl, you like her post, you heart her pictures, you invite her to events, you say, come and we go do a photo shoot now. Because we are twin, I like that hairstyle upon you. I just did do that hairstyle too. But una no friend enough for you to give her man a one fuck for a few dollars. Come on, man. Put it into perspective. What if that was you? I feel like that's why no man no respect you, because you don't respect yourself. It evidence that you don't respect yourself. Like, I can't. I cannot. You know what? I wanted to give some of you the benefit of the doubt to say, I want to just a bit biased because I'm an artist and you don't want to go against her right now because of the hype and whatever. So I want to just chat. But una dead serious, like una dead serious. Then this girl I go tell me say, that's our problem. Whatever one blame the woman and not the man. But child, as I said before, when have we not known and all agreed that niggas ain't shit? We know this. We put a higher expectation upon women. When did we start to think it was alright to start acting like men? When did we start thinking that, it's okay to act like we ain't shit? We already know that niggas ain't shit. We give them that and we stand on it for years. We know. But when a female behaves in that manner, we are more appalled. Because we don't expect that from a woman. Like, we don't expect them thinking that from a woman. Sleazy thinking. It weird. Uno worse than the woman them. Because you know me ever about no girl will take girl man. Uno worse than the woman them where they with a man where him woman a stranger to them. But if you have ever spoken to somebody or cross paths with them or have a little tiny connection some way, somehow, and you don't feel no way say you take her man because I know your friend, but I don't know, something wrong. Something wrong. And as I said, in this scenario, I don't know if Burna Boy knew Steph and Jada was cool that way. I don't know if him know them did in a inbox a Kiki and I talk to them one another. I don't know. But you know who knew? Jada. Jada knew she and Steph were in school. And she knew it was crossing a line. And that is why, again, I'm going to say, she never owned him. Because that girl don't hide none of fear, man, them. All when I just one fuck, we are going to know. All when I just sell, she sell, we are going to know. Either she got into it in a song or it got come out on social media or something. As I say again, she said she don't know of either relationship. And true, we see it, it's evident. Girl are good as, no man know either. But she knew it never looked good. And that's why Steph come out and post say, that's why she not friend up with girl. And rightfully so. Because even though they broke up, that was still her man. Tell the truth now. Let us put it into some form of context so you can understand. That was still her man. So come, let's talk about it. You have some couple where if them break up, I still for them people same way. You have some couples where if them break up, they have to go way out a port or go somewhere where nobody know them for them to find somebody for them with him because feet not look no way. I mean, I'm using a faves so they can get the gist of what I'm saying. If Shanzi and Nina break up now, everybody in them circle or who them ever cross path with, who them ever do business with, some way or the other, no say either one of them off limits. You know, cause I feel them people, them belong to each other. You know, for how we see them in the media, for how long them there, you know, for the ups and downs where them go through and them still there together. I feel them people that see them with Beyonce and Jay-Z. And let me find some couples that are unmarried now. On the faves. Ramesh and Shaquille. Skilly and Tavian. Skilly Bang and Tavian. Usain Bolt and Cassie B. Everybody knows that them belong together based on the relationship. So if you have ever crossed paths with them, you know, I'm not talk like on a fan basis. Like fan to celebrity. Me I talk like on the same level. And they're on the same level now. So if you ever cross path with them, in that way, you're not go on there with none of them spouse because it's gonna look away. You get what I say? Worse if you have ever had like long conversations with them and was inviting them to events. You're not go on there with none of them because you know say I feel them people that them sue their back. Them have them ups and downs, but are them that them sue their back. You tell me say you're not go feel away at all because I know your family member and you and them are never friend. Why me not know? Me not know. Okay, so as me say, I like for using a faves to put, you know, things into perspective. So, you know, maybe you'd have a different perception. I don't know. So, Skilly Bang baby mother now, Tavian. I've seen where a Trish do her ear, naturally lace girl, she do her ear for a while now, and you know, she video her and post her on her page, and then look something there. You know, she's maybe just her hairdresser, but how it would have look if when the ear said Trish I take Skilly Bang? First thing would have come to my mind to say, but she always post the girl on her page and do her ear. No, I don't know if them consider each other friends or not, but there's still a level of connection formed to the point that Tavian feels comfortable with being posted on her page. You know what I say? And she also feels comfortable to go back to her to get her hair done there all the time. She make her do her hair all the time. See the video then. I'm just using this as a scenario. So y'all can see things differently because you know I want to see things differently when I know faves. So it would look away and me don't want to say are two different things. It's not this it's not two, it's the same thing because we can argue that Trish and Tavian and a friend, she are just a hairdresser. She not wear no obligation because him and a friend, whatever. I don't know if they're friends, you know, but I'm just using that to say, you know, on a hairdresser and a client basis. If it would look away to you know, even though them are a friend. You know? And we know how salon trips go. If you're someone that gets your hair done in a salon often. It's like therapy. So Tav might have said certain things about our relationship or our man. No to Trish. Even though they're not a friend, it might come out. You get me I say? So I gotta say, I love Jada, but I am unable to be biased because I gotta try put my, you know, walking on next man's shoes. You know, I'm always gonna try put myself in a situation. If a girl's in my inbox, you know, talking to me, inviting me out, telling me something look good, nice, all of that, me not expect to she I go say my man not off limits. I mean, I'm not gonna say she's my friend, but I mean, isn't there some level of understanding that, you know, if you ever talked to a girl before or, you know, if you have a little connection with them, um, you know, the man off limits. I don't know where you guys draw the line, but look like we're not on the line at all. But as I say, I love Jada, but I just can't be biased. Always I go try put myself in somebody shoes. Maybe I was born in the wrong generation, but me not knowingly take something nobody man if me a cross path in a certain way. If I even one tiny connection, you know, even if me not consider you my friend, me not take your man. Your man is safe around me. My pussy not rule me. But that's just me. Anyway, so I saw this thing on social media where this girl, she's married, she live with her husband, and she have a best friend, a girl best friend, and the best friend was in the process of moving and needed somewhere to stay. So, naturally our best friend, she say, all right, you can stay with me. That's fine. Boom, now the girl say she's going on a trip, right? She's going on a trip by herself. Her husband is going to be home with the best friend. No. She gave a disclaimer and she said her best friend is the type of person who don't respect commitment. So she has dealt with married men in the past. She take people man in the past. And she don't care about it. That's her personality. Now our best friend, and she wouldn't do that to her, but she still said she never feel comfortable based on how her best how her best friend lives the life that she leads. She never feel comfortable with leaving her best friend at home while she went on a trip for I guess it was a week. Leave her husband. She never feel secure leaving her husband in the house with her best friend. No, she's asking if she was wrong to think like that. She said she said to our best friend, like, should I say to her, say, I don't really judge you for your lifestyle or anything. Of course, she judge her, but I'm not gonna feel comfortable with you staying here with my husband while I'm not here. Now she's asking if she was wrong. No, based on funo perspective and how uno think. Me, I go say she was damn right, because and I wouldn't say she's insecure either. People who are a certain kind of way, I mean, believe when people show you who they are, believe them. Believe them the first time. And even though I understand say certain people are supposed to have loyalty to you, you still don't want to put temptation in them face. You know what I say? So if she's somebody who don't respect commitment and she have a problematic people man, who knows? One day she might come home drunk and the husband dead and she fling herself upon him. And she gonna blame it upon the fact that she was drunk. I'm just saying, I don't think the best friend was wrong by saying, me not feel comfortable. Because anything can happen based on the mindset of you people where think it's okay to just run off and fuck people's men. But just like, I don't know. Based on the mindset, like, you can't left nobody around enough for true. You have to be cautious. Because next thing she gonna say, oh, I know my sister. So I not left me fuck her man. I know my mother. She was just my friend. And their mindset they wanna have. So people really have to be mindful of no. And she say her best friend was crying and in her feelings. But you gotta do what you gotta do. You wanna save your friendship or you wanna save your marriage. You can't stay at the yard by yourself with my man. But tell me how do you guys feel about that? I've been hearing that all the while. Like people are say if they're not home and their man is home alone, them friend can't go to them house go wait upon them because their man dead. I mean, my little bit of friend them with me have me kind of feel secure with them certain way. So I wouldn't feel a way about that. But again, you never know. You never know. But tell me how you wanna feel about that. It's not something I've ever thought about to say, me no want my friend, I'm a man, dead without me. It's not something I've ever thought about, but again, with all me see on a think and on a mindset, I have to be careful of people with that type of mindset. Only not have no moral code. Only not have no loyalty. Only not care. Yep. Okay, now let's get down to who I thought won the clash. Naturally, I'm a fan of both ladies. Love Jada Kingdom from long time. Always I say she have this sound where she can be the next Rihanna out of Jamaica. I always said that. I said this girl have the potential for crossover and do big things because she have the sound. She have it. She give me a little Dej vibe without the tomboyish feel. You know what I say? So I've always been a fan of hers. I've always wanted to see her, blow up and it is so sad that, she kind of underrated. I don't know if it is on the part of her management team. I don't know if it is on the part of who is around her, but you know um I don't understand why she is not at, the highest level right now, because she have the talent. I don't know if she is her own downfall, because as I said in my commentary, like, she always in a issues, always in a problem. Like, she's always on the media and not for her music. Like, anytime, most times when she go viral, it's not about her music. It's always about some drama, and I wonder if that play a part in her, stunting her, growth or whatever. Of course, I'm a fan of Stefflon. I never had any, issues. I like some of her songs. I heard she made some colorist remark one time. I never hear, so I don't know about that. But I'm a fan of both ladies, and I think they're both talented at what they do. But at the end of the day, I have to say that Jada Kingdom won that clash. Yes, Jada Kingdom won that clash. There were a few low blows that I didn't really care for. Like, I never wanted to reach this, so I didn't want to go lyrical, but I never, I never wanted to reach in the, I never want to get the weight go. I never want to go in the tracing class in time. I just want them, go hit for hit and, who bad and whatever. But when it start reaching, so like, I did start lose interest, and like, I wanted it to be done because I never want to see that for the two of them. Um, so yeah, there was a lot of low blows that I didn't care about. But I said Jada Kingdom won solely on the basis of the flow, craft, creativity, style, idea. I should say Stefflon idea, and she had all of them for real. She had all the ideas, and she came up on top. And Jada Kingdom is super talented. She has a unique sound and is able to write like, no one can. But also the bagger. That bag of deleting and the crying a cree and the explanation pan status, that it kind of make me, lose half a step and say, this bad girl image, what kind of cry cree and she shouldn't this and she shouldn't that, and yeah, delete, yeah, post things, yeah, delete, and that it kind of turned me off from her. I thought it was weird. So, I could give her the edge um, to that, but I guess it all boils down to who have something to lose and, who just a freestyle. Um, obviously Jada don't have nothing to lose because, she even respect our relationship enough to let kill this argument go on, because I mean, she knew that if she answered Steph London, there would be, some rivalry brewing over a man. Because I just it would have stemmed from Burna Boy. Over a man, and you're in a new relationship and you still thought, okay, let me, even though she never called my name, make me just go head to head with her because of what? Anyways, I guess it helped her because them say one of the song them did the number one on the Apple's, on the iTunes chart, reggae chart or something like that. So I guess, yeah, whatever. Uh so yeah. That's what I'm gonna say. Being so public about these things, I was just thinking, and I was just saying, if she never expects it, our file like a read out in all of this, like she never expects it, all of the derogatory things are gonna come up about her, and as it start, age and doll she with fear, shape bad, say bad, ugly self come up out of nowhere, you know. So did Jada not think all of these things would come out and be said about her? Um, did she not think about how it would make her boyfriend feel in her new relationship? That's why I'm always say, being so public about this shit always come back to haunt you. When you depend on the media, kiki about sell pussy and sell pussy and busy about sell pussy. No, you're in a good relationship. You girls, and Jada may talk now, because Jada have her money. You girls, when you know when in a good relationship with a man who you really like and don't want to lose, and this man have class. Now it come up out of the woodwork, say, say, so and so used to sell pussy. So and so did they this that man, and this man buy her this for her pussy and that. What you think that make the man feel? Hmm? Yeah, some things we keep private. That may I say. Anyways, but even though Jada won the clash, I do think Steph held her own. And I do think if she had a do-over, as in, if she'd have a do-over, she would have known how to approach it. Now, I say she would have win, but she'd have known how to approach it different then, if you get what I say. Guys, I said a mouthful tonight, and I know when I got done me. I know someone I got vex because I don't like hear the truth, and someone I lag head and none sense. But I said what I said, and don't argue with me, argue with your parents. Yeah. And I know that comprehension is lacking in this generation. Comprehension is lacking in this generation. By the way, pause. I made a TikTok video today and I have to mention it in this podcast. What type of mental illness make one feel like it's okay for go back and forth with conviction in a pan people page in a them comment section over somebody you don't know? Do you guys know these artists personally? Do you guys have a band? Them a give you money or something? Them a pay you? Why do you feel like it is okay to go back and forth? Like you can respectfully disagree with somebody's opinion and move on. But when we're not gonna call people out of them name and we're not gonna disrespect them over somebody when I know uno. Somebody when uno no know. Uno mad. Like it is so crazy to me. I would never be caught dead in someone's inbox going back and forth with over somebody way me not know like that. Yeah, we have our faves, we have our favorite DJs, we have our favorite artists, we have our favorite people. But them people don't know we, them people don't do nothing for we. Make people state them opinions. Let people state their opinions. You can state yours respectfully and go about your day. We can't fight with people and leave people in them back for over people when somebody would even piss pan fire to put you out if you'd burn. I'm sick. Anyways. And for all of the people I'm gonna tell me about me for mind my business and this, that, and riri and blah blah blah. These people are public figures. I don't give a shit about them. I'm just going to state my opinion because their life is in the open and people are allowed to state their opinions on people who make their life public. I'm not saying nothing bad about Jada. I'm not saying anything incriminating. I don't hate her. But I go, talk my mind as to how I feel about certain situations and I'm not going to be biased. One can't steal the bias for people when they know and arguing the shit. Not me. Anyways, as I say, comprehension is lacking in this generation. Whenever you disagree with anyone or them lifestyle or whatever, it automatically means you don't like them and you hate them and you set out to kill them. Anyways, but I want to understand or try to understand the points that were made and try to live a better life. Because as I say, when I started this podcast, it was really to give Big Sister, because I nearly named the podcast Big Sister Podcast. But when I looked, a lot of podcasts had that name or had something to that effect. So I said, all right, I want to be unique. So when I started this podcast, it was really to give a big sister advice. And I would say this to anybody, friend, anything on the ear me I say, would I say it to anybody? I'm a girl's girl. I am a girl's girl. So when I'm not gonna say low people make them live them life, if me see where you go down the wrong path or you do something where know you gonna regret. In the future, I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna say no. This not look good. Stop do this. And somehow no, in the long run, I'm gonna see say when me did I say other foolishness. In the long run, when they get older and more established and don't want to go certain places and do certain things and deal with certain people and can't get access to certain people and certain things because of on a past ways, you're not gonna understand where media come from. But as me say, I'm not judging anyone, but I just hope that for one, you don't make certain damaging things public about yourself. Because one day, as me say, it might come back to haunt you. Also, that you don't indirectly impart these habits to impressionable minds who, whether you want to accept it or not, see you as a role model. You might think you're nobody, but somebody see you as a role model. Somebody see you as the blueprint to how their life should be or how them to end up in a life. So, we all have that responsibility to each other and to the younger generation, whether we like it or not. As I say, everybody can't sell pussy. We have to have some doctor, we have to have some lawyer, we have to have some nurse, some teacher. Yeah. So you can't just willy-nilly say, oh, I sell pussy and I love it and ray. Next thing, young girl now come up, hear you say that and she admire you so much, she gonna start sell pussy now. Right? Girl in a school that come up, wanting to be a lawyer. Change her mind, cause so and so sell pussy, I'm like her, I like how she lives, so I'm gonna do that too. No. Don't do that. Do not impart, these things to impressionable minds and just that. Brother, do what you want to do. But have a little class with it. Have a little shame. Brother. Anyways. That's all I'm going to say today. Just, respect yourself. Respect yourself and others. Respect others. Value yourself enough to not sell out or sell your soul for material gains. Anyways, until next time, guys. This is the Exquisite Things podcast. I am out.